In this video, we'll be adding and subtracting whole numbers, but we'll start off by talking about place value, whole number place value. If you have a single digit number like a 2, that is a 1's place value. If you have a 2-digit number, the number 2 is the 10's place because that is a 2-digit number, and that would be in the second position or the 10's value. If you had a 4-digit number, the 2 then would be in the 1's, 10's, 100's, thousandths place value, or thousandths place value. Okay? Now, we're going to give some more examples as we go along, but I wanted to show you this little table up at the top. I don't imagine we're going to see anything in the billions, but it's there. Let's start. Find the place value of the digit 8 in each whole number. Here, we're looking at the number 8. We look back at our table, let's see, that is the 7th place in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'd like you to get to the point where you can just say it. This is the 1's, 10's, 100's, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths. So that is the millions. This 8 is in the 1's, 10's, 100's. Why? Because it is in the third place value to the left. So that would be hundreds. Now, we have to use those words when we read numbers, which is equally important. Now, you would read that 12, and because he's in there are 3 decimal places after him, that would be 12,000. $800, because that's his place value, and 4. So 12,804. Now this next one we have, now this would be in the hundreds, these are thousands, and these are millions, right? So we could say 321 321 million, comma. For the next part, these are thousands. So we're going to say 670,000. And then finally, 200. So we're going to read it in those groupings, okay? Now, we've got some vocabulary we're going to go through. The numbers that are being added together are called addends. And with the number, once you add them together, that is the sum of those numbers. The addition property of 0 means that you can add 0 to a number and you get the number back. Or 0 can be added to any number and you get that number back. 9 and 0 here are the addends, and 9 is their sum. Just to keep that vocabulary going. Now, the commutative property of addition means that I can add 3 and 4, and they add up to 7. But I can also add them up as 4 and 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. It doesn't matter with addition. We will still get the sum of 7, whether we add 3 plus 4 or 4 plus 3. That is the commutative property of addition. Now, associative property of addition means changing the grouping of addends does not change their sum. So if we have any 3 numbers that are being added together, I usually just add them left to right. But if they're grouped, you need to understand that it doesn't really matter. If the only operation that is occurring is addition, we can add the 5 and 6 together first. 5 plus 6 is 11. plus 3. That would give us 14, wouldn't it? Same thing on the other side. 3 plus 5 is 8. And 8 plus 6 is 14. It doesn't matter how you group the numbers or what order you add them up in, they are still going to add up to the same sum. So the associative property is what we're looking at there. If all I'm doing is addition all the way across, then you can group the numbers in any order you'd like. For instance, here, let's add these numbers together. We're going to group a few of them because if we go from left to right, and we can do that. We can do 11 plus 7 is 18, and then 18 plus 8 is, and so forth. But wouldn't it be nicer if we had just 3 numbers to add together? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to group, sorry about that. I'm going to group the 11 and 7, the 8 and the 9, and get a 3-number sum to work with. 11 plus 7 is 18. 8 plus 9 is 17. And then bring down the plus 13. Now I'm going to add all those together. So 18, 17, and 13. When we add 3 numbers together, we put them in a column, lining up the ones digits for those numbers that have them. And now we're going to add all the ones together. 8 and 7 is 15. And then so that 15 plus 3 is 18. We're going to bring the ones digit down for that 18 and carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. The answer is 48. Here are two whole numbers that are being added together. 7,235 plus 542. I'm going to line them up by place value, and they're being added together. I'm going to add the ones digits together. 5 plus 2 is 7. I'm going to add the tens digits together. 3 plus 4 is 7. Then I'm going to add the hundreds digits together. 2 plus 5 is 7. And I'm going to add the thousands together. Since there's just one, that's pretty easy. I get to bring it down. So the sum of those two numbers is 7,777. Let's try it with 4 numbers. 19, and again, I'm going to line them up by place value. 5,042, 638, and 526. I lined up the ones digits, I lined up the tens digits, I lined up the hundreds, and I lined up the thousands. Now, can you reorder them? Absolutely. And a lot of times students will do that. And I didn't think about it, so there they are. It still works. Just remember, add up only the ones digits, only the tens digits, only the hundreds, and only the thousands together. And again, carry when you need to. Let's do the ones. 9 and 2 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. 19 plus 6 is 25. I'm going to bring the ones digit down of 25, and I'm going to carry the 2 up because 25 is a tens place value, isn't it? So the 5, the ones digit part of it goes underneath the ones, and the 2 is carried over. Now 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10, and 10 plus 2 is 12. I'm going to bring the ones digit down. I'm going to carry the 1 over. Let's add again down the hundreds column now. 1 plus 0 is 1. There is our property of 0. Okay. 1 plus 6 is 7, and 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 will be bringing down the 2 and carrying the 1. And finally, 5 plus 1 is 6. So the sum of these four numbers is 6,225. And one more of these, and then I'll take a little break and go to the next video with you. This video series will not have any videos longer than 15 minutes. So if a section takes more than 15 minutes, it'll be broken up into 2 or 3 videos so that you can walk away for a little bit and then come back and continue. Now I'm going to add these two together. Lined up the ones digits, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, and the 10,000s. Let's see what we get. 4 plus 7 is 11. So I'm going to bring down the 1. The tens digit goes up. 1 plus 6 is 7. And 7 plus 7 is 14. I'm going to bring down the 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. And 4 plus 9 is 13. I'm going to bring down the 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. I'm going to bring down the 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 plus 9 is 12. Now, this is the sum. Let's see, here's 3, ones, tens, hundreds. That's where my comma will go. And there is the sum of those two numbers. All right, real quick before we go off into the next video, this will be a nice break point if you need one. Keywords are phrases that mean addition. Added to, plus, increased by, more than, total, and sum. And here's what some examples that you can go through. 5 added to 12, and this is what it looks like in symbols. 0 plus 43. 13 is increased by 4. 9 more than 11. I want you to take a little pencil or something and circle that. Oops, I didn't do a very nice job, did I? Okay, 9 more than 11. See how it's written opposite of how it's stated? The reason for that, if you think about it, like if I said, I have $10 more than you, okay? So here's me and here's you. If I have $10 more, or let's see, 9 more than 11. So I have $9 more than you. Let's say you are the one that has $11. If I have 9 more than you, that would mean 11 plus 9, wouldn't it? That's why it's written that way. So I have $20. If you have 11, but I have 9 more than you, I'd have 20. Anyway, take a special peek at that one. The total of 6 and 3, the sum of 123 and 8. Kind of go over those before you look at the next video. I'll see you there.